Uh, Today I wanted to record a new video talking about my collection because a lot of other people have been doing it lately and I felt like doing the same, and since I don't really have a lot of games I thought it would be a good thing to do. And I know that a lot of people have probably been doing it because maybe they're bored, don't come up with a better idea, but I don't know. You never know. Anyway, I felt like recording a video and hopefully my computer won't freeze or something like that, but you never know because it's a pile of shit now, unfortunately. So different scenery today. I'm sitting in the kitchen, so no Bithead 1000 or Ball and Nick shed so far, at least, but for now I'm in the kitchen, so that will have to do. At least this is the place where I have most space, I guess you could say. First game, Yakuza Remastered Collection. I've never played the fourth one, never even tried it. The third one I played when it came out, 2010 or something like that. Thought it was really difficult and I gave it up basically. Replaying it now, and it's really dated for sure, but I'm sure I'll get through it eventually. I'm not the biggest fan of it because it's just so old. It looks fine, but you know it's a really early PS3 game, so. And I haven't played the other games. I have played the fifth one. I haven't replayed the fifth one though in this collection. But the fifth one is maybe my favorite. Maybe Yakuza 0 is my favorite, but Yakuza 5 is an amazing story. The gameplay maybe is not the best, but it's cool that you can play as 4 different characters, and the game is huge, so that's amazing. I'm probably going to beating the third one eventually. The fourth one, I haven't even tried. I've had it on my PS4, PS3 forever, but since I have this, I have no idea to. No, I have no. What's it called? Not no idea. I have no interest of playing on PlayStation 3, of course, because I can play the remastered on PS4 instead. So that's how I'm gonna do that eventually. Another one, if you don't know me, there's gonna be a lot of Yakuza games and like Ryoga Gotoko Studio games. This game I played a lot of. The gameplay is not as good as in Yakuza Kiwami, the first one, or Zero, but this one looks like Yakuza 6, so it's the new Dragon engine, I think it's called, that they're using. And the game is pretty good. The gameplay is kind of, if you compare it to Zero and Kiwami, it's lacking, but the story is really good, the graphics look amazing, all the stuff you can do is really cool in this game. So if you haven't played Yakuza Kiwami 2, I recommend it. And obviously it's a follow-up on Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami, which is, the Yakuza Kiwami is 10 years after Yakuza 0, because he goes to prison in the beginning of the game for taking the blame or something he never did. And this one basically starts kind of right after the first one, so it's a really good game overall. Speaking of Yakuza Kiwami, love this game. This one has the old engine, the more like PS3, the way it looks. But this game is fantastic. Love the story. This is when you first meet Haruka, the girl in the middle of the cover. She's Kiryu is basically taking care of her because her mom has disappeared, and one of the part of the story is you're supposed to find out what happened to her mom, and that's a thing that happens. The gameplay is amazing. This game, like I said, the graphics are older, more like the PS3. They still look better than the PS3 game, obviously, but I think they actually also have this on the PS3 just because, you know, they love this series in Japan also, so they can release it on anything basically and people will buy it. This is maybe my third favorite Yakuza game. I haven't replayed Yakuza 6 and I haven't played Yakuza 4, which I don't think it's gonna top it though. But Yakuza 6 might. You never know. I haven't played it in so long, so we'll see in the future whenever it happens, because I want to replay it again because I only played it the Japanese version like 3 years ago, so I'm really looking forward to playing Yakuza 6 and obviously Yakuza 7 or Like a Dragon, or whatever it's supposed to be called here, which is a completely different game, but still. Yeah, they haven't announced a release date for that yet, but I saw something today that it might come to PC, so maybe we'll get a release date in May or June, hopefully, and maybe it comes out early fall, because I really want to play it, and I kind of want to import it, but now that I kind of heard rumors about that maybe they're announcing a release date soon, I'm probably going to hold off for a while. So I hope they announce it soon, because I really want to play that game. That game is like a turn-based RPG, so it's different, with a different character you play as, but I still want to play it a lot. I played the demo and I loved it, so hopefully I can play it soon. Okay, my second favorite Yakuza game. Maybe it's my first. Like I said, I haven't replayed the fifth one, so I wouldn't know right now. Absolutely love this game, the 80s style, the bubblegum period as it's called in Japan, when people were rich and money were flowing everywhere. It's like throwing money around you and everything. It's just an amazing game. Gameplay is better than Kiwami, I would say. Looks about the same. I love the style and everything, like the 80s suits and the music and everything. It just makes everything so fucking great to me, and the music is amazing, of course. And yeah, when you play karaoke in this game, there's so funny songs that you can do. Yeah, this game is just so amazing. Probably top 10 of my favorite games of this generation. Most likely is this is, if you haven't for some reason not played this game, this is dirt cheap now, so you should look into getting this game, because I heartedly recommend it. Okay, Yakuza 6. The end of Kiryu Saga, basically. I'm not going to say what happens, but the story in this game is really fantastic. The graphics blew me away when I played it. The gameplay is not the best, but I still love just the story and all the crazy mini games. And you're also in a different city in this game, in Hiroshima. So you're not only in the same place you're always in most Yakuza games. You're also in a new location, which is pretty cool. All the crazy mini games, of course, that you can do in this game, and everything is just amazing. The gameplay is kind of clunky, because this is the first game they used the new engine for, but still, this game looks beautiful, and the story is so good, and Kiryu is so much older here. The funny thing is they used the same model of the character for Yakuza Kiwami 2, because they were lazy, probably, because in that game he's supposed to be maybe 10 years younger or something, so, but still, he looks exactly like this basically in Yakuza Kiwami 2, so yeah, this series is just perfect. Probably my favorite series of all time now, or this generation at least. I have other ones too that I've kinda got bored of, because I don't know, but we'll maybe get to them eventually. But either way, this is a really great game. Here we have one of not many Japanese games. This is a first-person, I guess you can say dungeon crawler, but it's not like a typical dungeon crawler. It's just first-person, like a third-person game, but in first-person basically. So you walk around in crazy locations and all these crazy monsters and stuff, and it's a really tough game. This game was never localized, unfortunately. There are fan translations though, so you can play this game, and hopefully some of you will. Maybe for some reason you haven't heard of this game. There's also one on PS1 that actually got localized in, not sure if it's Europe, but in the US they have it at least. And this is from Software, of course, which are most famous for Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, those games. Here's a weird one. What's it called? Kyoi Toshi, I think. It's like shrouded in city, shrouded in shadow or something. I think they translated it to in English. This game was never localized. It's like Disaster Report if you play those games, Raw Danger. But in this one, you're instead of earthquakes and everything like that, you are basically running away and trying to survive when monsters are fighting each other and stuff like that. A really fucking cool game. There's a lot of cool monsters from Japan. You know, I don't remember what they're called right now, like Tokusatsu or something like that, maybe. I'm not completely sure. But there's like Godzilla, I think, is in this. Like Neon Genesis Evangelion, that robot is here. It's a lot of famous robots, like Godzilla monsters, I think, also in this. I haven't played this for a while, so really cool game. I understand that it didn't get localized, I guess, because it's a really niche genre for sure, and I still think it's really cool, and you should maybe check it out on YouTube or something. I haven't got Disaster Report 4 yet, but I'm probably getting it when it's cheaper, even though I would love to buy it right now, but my biggest goal this year in gaming is to buy a PS4, a PS5 I mean, which hopefully is releasing this year, so yeah. Okay, here we have another Yakuza game that hasn't been localized. This is Ishin, Ryoga Gotoku Ishin. This is set in like the 1800s or 1700s samurai. It's a really cool game. There are translations on YouTube, so you can play it like that, which I did, kinda, somewhat. I didn't really care about the story too much, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. And obviously, you're playing as Kiryu, but I don't remember his name in this. You play against like lords, and fight against famous Japanese lords and stuff like that. And it's a really cool game. I've heard rumors about that he might localize this with the other samurai game that's called Kensan on PS3, which is like a release game in Japan, I think, for the PS3. So yeah, this game is really cool, and I can understand that they didn't localize it because when this came out, the Yakuza series wasn't as big as it is now in the West. So hopefully they get it localized so all of you guys can play it too that don't feel like watching YouTube and stuff. I still recommend this game, it's really cool. Okay, here we have Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise I think it's called in English. So this is a Fist of the North Star game, obviously, that's made by the Yakuza team. And it's crazy, it's wacky. It's the character, it's the main dude that I don't remember from Fist of the North Star right now. This is like what if a story, what if this happened instead. Basically, it's what this game is about. This game is localized also. Play it if you haven't, also, because this is amazing. So much fun and so over the top, If you know what Fist of the North Star is, yeah, you should play this. One of my favorite games. Probably doesn't hold up too well, but still. I still have this, had it since day one when it came out in Sweden pretty much 10 years ago today, which is kind of insane. I think it came out in May. I don't remember the date. I know it got released in Japan and US maybe in 2009 already. But yeah, this is a game I'm probably never gonna get rid of because it's just too much nostalgia. This started everything that I love with the From Software. Even though Dark Souls is probably the better game, this game made me such a fan. And I remember a friend, he was like, "Don't buy it, it's so hard." And I was like, okay. But then when it got released here, I still bought it because I was really curious about it. Remember one of my friends played it first, and I was watching, and then I was like, he got really mad and basically quit the game. So I started playing it instead and got hooked and probably played like 100 hours before eventually getting the platinum for this game. So yeah, this hasn't maybe aged that well, even though it's only 10 years. Like the Bloodborne game and other newer Dark Souls game are much more refined than this one, obviously, because they're newer and they've had more time to experiment with stuff. But still, this is a classic. Another one of my favorite games, Dragon Quest XI H, or what's it called? Echoes of an Elusive Age. Love this game. Love the art style. Love everything about it. It's a classic, classic old school RPG. It's like Dragon Quest always been, but you can see the characters. In most other Dragon Quest games you couldn't, but in this one you can. And the art style is amazing. Didn't like the voices though, so I turned them off, which you can, because the British voices are so bad. I don't like them. Now with the Switch version, there's a Japanese talking thing that they added to. So if I ever replay this again, I'm getting the Switch version. Probably getting it anyway. Maybe the collector's edition that they have, because I love this game so much. And yeah, this is just an amazing game. Got the platinum for this one too eventually. So if you love classic, God, what's it called? It's not tactical. Turn-based RPGs, then this is like a, just buy it. It's so cheap now too, so if you love the Dragon Quest series, it's a must. Even though I know that some people didn't like it, because, I don't know, it's too easy or too bare bones or whatever, but yeah. Okay, another one of my favorite games, Last Guardian on the PS4. Fumito Ueda's third game that finally got released after so many years. The controls and the camera is not that great in this game, but the story, the experience, the tale between the kid and the dragon, which is called, I don't remember actually right now, but still, this game is fantastic. Even though I know that the control and the camera can be really bad, just the experience, like I said, the story and everything, the graphics are pretty good too. It's just an amazing adventure. I really recommend this game. One of like only visual novels that I ever played, Utawara Remono, Mask of Deception, probably also one of my favorite games of this generation. 90% visual novel, 10-15% maybe strategy RPG, which is amazing. I love the story in this game. Strategy RPG of the game is really good too. Yeah, it's a really niche game. The prequel is coming out in the end of this month, so I'm really looking forward to playing this. So this is technically the second one. We also have the third one. This might be my favorite game of all time now, after getting the platinum for this one, which was honestly pretty easy. It just took a lot of time, kinda. Persona Royal Steelbook Edition, as you can see. Yeah, this game is everything you would want from a Japanese game, Japanese RPG. Like, the story is really good, character, the art style, the fighting system, and that they added so much new from the original Persona 5. There's like a new semester, a new dungeon, new characters in the main characters in the story that they just somehow put in, which is amazing. So this is not just the same game, this is much more than that. This is an experience. They have redefined this game in so many ways. I already love the first Persona 5 that came out in 2017, but yeah, this is even better, which is crazy, because Persona 5 was already one of my favorite games, and Persona 5 Royal might be my favorite game ever now, because everything about this game is just so great. It's so much fun to just do everything, and everything they added and everything they fixed. It's just crazy how this game was even made, to be honest, because it's literally like a perfect game almost. Okay, here's a game I haven't played. I'm not sure if I ever will. Might. I love the Etrian Odyssey series, but I don't really play a lot of handhelds anymore, so I might sell this one. I might play it, you never know. But either way, I love it. Etrian Odyssey 5 and 3. Those are really amazing games. This one is probably pretty good as well, but this is not a game I want to play on the 3DS if I play a game again. But still, I love first-person dungeon crawlers, so can probably not go wrong with that game either. Another game from this year, Resident Evil 3. Probably getting rid of this one as well, because sure, it's a really good, even a great game, but if you compare it to Resident Evil 2 remake, you know, right now you can just know, I feel it's so much better. You can just think about Resident Evil 2 and compare it to Resident Evil 3, and it's just so much more refined and so much, like, everything is just so much better made. They've even cut out stuff in this game, which is, you know, they made this game like a year, which is insane, but they had to take out things, I guess, because they wouldn't be able to make it otherwise. But it's still a really awesome game, and you can play it on many difficulties, and you can finish it pretty fast. But the last difficulty, overall, it's pretty hard for sure. The last boss is fucking impossible almost to kill, it feels like, but still. I really recommend this game, and it feels like most people already play this game that wants to play it. Otherwise, I'm sure you can pick it up for cheap eventually when it probably goes down to like 30 or 20 or something. Okay, Trails of Cold Steel 3, a favorite game by a lot of people that have played it, at least in the gaming community. I think it's great. I'm not bananas, basically. I'm not crazy about the series, but I still play them because the story is really good and the fighting system and everything is really cool. And all the like dialogue and stuff that you can do with the characters and the bonding and stuff you can do, it's really awesome. And this looks so much better than the first and second one, which I'm happy about, because this one looks pretty good actually, especially compared to the other ones that were made for PS3 and PS Vita, so I guess, you know, but still. And the fourth one is coming out at the end of maybe it's coming out October, I think, if it doesn't get delayed, which I hope not, because I really want to finish this saga, even though there's actually a fifth game too, that's kind of the end game that's coming out in Japan in August. I don't remember the name of it, Kiseki, I don't remember. Anyway, I'm sure that the people that wants to play this series already have, otherwise you should, because I recommend it. Even though I'm not in love with it, I still recommend it. It's really great, and I hope that more people play it, because it deserves that. Another game that I thought it was pretty good, but I wasn't in love with it like I was with the first one. This one is kinda the same. Kinda looks the same, looks a little better. They have added some things that makes it better, but didn't do much more for me. I loved the first one though when it came out, and this one was just like, yeah, it's pretty good, you know. But I'm tired of this, and I wanted different stuff, more different stuff in this game. But I still recommend that you pick it up for like maybe $20 or something like that, because it's worth playing, but it's still a disappointment to me, which is unfortunate because I was really looking forward to this game. But, you know, I guess not all games can be amazing all the time. So, okay, let's go. This game I'm probably gonna be playing soon, Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. I have played the DS version. I never finished it, but it's still a really cool game. This is for sure the game I'm playing on the 3DS if I play a game again. First person game. It's a spin-off from this Shin Megami Tensei series. This one is in Siberia, I think. Really cool what I played of it, and this looks so much better than the DS version. I'm really looking forward to playing this, and I hope I play it soon, because I really want to play it. Okay, let's keep going. Dark Spire. A very unique first-person, old-school dungeon crawler. Pretty expensive game these days. I'm glad I have it, because I probably wouldn't buy it otherwise, even though it's maybe not more than $70-80. But still a really cool first person dungeon crawler original. I'm not sure if you can see anything really, but you can play in like black and white, like the 80s games like Wizardry and stuff. They were like, and you can also play in color. It's really cool that they have both you can choose from. But I haven't played much of it yet. What I played of it, it's really tough and really cool game. Eventually, I might play it again though. Also, one of my favorite games, Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Even my wife loves this, which hasn't really played a lot of games. She's played maybe 10 games in her whole life, and most here since she moved to Sweden, which is awesome. I wasn't sure if she was gonna like this from the beginning when she started it, but she did. She has played 130 hours, so that's more than I have. Even though I also finished this, she's also finished it, and she really loved it. And I'm really looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2, which hopefully they show some more gameplay trailers or something now. When E3 should have been next month, maybe Nintendo has something, or they show something from it soon. Earliest I think it's going to be released is probably 2022, but I hope they show more from this game. This game is just like, also it's a masterpiece, even though it's such a different Zelda game compared to the older ones. This is like an open world game, and you can explore and you can be everywhere, and the world is huge, and you can decide whatever you want to do. Basically, you can finish the game right from the start, or you can do all the temples or whatever I should call them, the animals that you go into, like the dungeons there, and yeah, the shrines. I don't know what they're called. No, not shrines, they're called something else. There's also 120 shrines though in this game that you can find and get like upgrades and stuff. But I'm sure most of you guys already know everything about this game by now. So, and for some reason, if you haven't played it, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Another game I haven't played yet. I don't really have a lot of games that I haven't played. It's like 6 or something maybe now. This one I really want to play. It's on my summer backlog challenge. Probably gonna play it before Fire Emblem. Looks like a really good game. Cool art style, like 16-bit graphics slash 32-bit graphics, I guess. Turn-based combat, really cool everything. So I'm sure I'm really gonna enjoy this. And if I don't, that's fine. I at least want to experience it and finish it with a couple of characters. Another game, Fire Emblem Three Houses. I love the Fire Emblem games I've played. This one is supposedly to be fantastic. You can apparently play it and beat it like 4 different times with like different I don't know what it's called. Whatever, you know what I mean. 4 different, you can choose from 3, and there's an extra 4th one when you beat the other 3, I think. Teams or whatever I should call it. You can see there's 3 different characters on here. Those are like 3 different ones you can share. You can choose from. But I haven't played this yet. What I've seen and heard about it looks fantastic, and this is the reason I rebought a Switch like 10 or 11 months ago, and I still haven't played it. So basically my wife only plays the Switch now, and me the PS4, which is fine, but I'm probably gonna steal it back and play these games here and there at least, because she's basically only playing Animal Crossing and she loves it, which is awesome. Not my kind of game, but it's still fun to watch her play it. So yeah, looking forward to playing that eventually. Okay, Valkyria Chronicles 4. Haven't played this one. Played the first one, absolutely loved it. This is a promo disc, and whenever I play this, I know I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. I think this is also my summer backlog challenge, so you probably will hear more about this game if I finish it in the results video beginning of September. So that's when I can say more. But this, I love the art style, the combat, and everything. The first one was fucking amazing. So I hope that I can play this soon. So the third one, or the second one, I guess, the third one and the ending story of Utaro Mono, Mask of Truth. Really good game. I think I love the first one better. The strategy element in this is better though, but the story overall in the Mask of Deception is better. And yeah, this is basically a continuation of the Mask of Deception, so it's the same characters and everything, and you know, and my voice is kind of breaking because I've been talking a lot, and I usually don't talk a lot like this, but that's fine. I don't have a lot of more games to show, so surprisingly longer video than I thought, which is awesome. I thought it would be like 15 minutes. So, but yeah, still loving this, and hopefully I will love the prequel, the first one technically, that comes out soon as well. This one we're saving for last, I think. Okay, hopefully the camera stays now though. Okay, also one of my favorite games. You guys know everything about this already. Dark Souls limited edition, got it day one. One of my favorite games, one of my most important games ever. Maybe don't necessarily love the Souls series as much anymore, but this is a super amazing, fantastic, great, like one of the best games ever, at least in the meaning of how great it is and everything. Okay, the game was laying on the camera cable, so it was kind of like vibrating a little. So, but I'm almost done with this video anyway. So, yeah, Dark Souls limited edition. All of you have played this. Well, I mean, Leo the Thunder Nerd, shout out to you, my friend. You played this recently, and I'm glad to hear that actually you loved it as much as you did. And you know, this is amazing. Even though this game was 2011, still made such an impact on you. And yeah, I guess the camera is kind of like wobbly now for some reason, because I don't know. But hang in there, the video is soon done. What should I put this here, I guess? Possibly my favorite game of last year, Death Stranding. You guys know all about this game. Simulator game, kinda walking simulator as they call it. Absolutely love this game. The story is as crazy as you would think it is, because you know Kojima made it. So everyone knows about this game. People hate it, people love it. I absolutely love it. Got the platinum for this game. Played it like on 90 or maybe 100 hours. You know, this is just a masterpiece. Honestly, it's so good. Maybe I won't think the same when I play it again eventually, but now it's one of my favorite games. And if you haven't played it, I'm sure you can pick it up pretty cheap now and get on it, because even though it's a weird game, just the story is crazy enough to experience, and the gameplay is really fun. I love building stuff and helping people building, so it's easier for them to continue in the game easier, you know, climb mountains and stuff, and all the equipment and everything you can make. It's a great game. Metal Max Xeno, very underrated RPG. This series has only had one release before in the West on the PS2. Yeah, this game is really underrated. Basically looks like Final Fantasy, the American cover from PlayStation 1, but a turn-based game made for the Vita. Doesn't look too good, even though there's a remake actually coming that's releasing in Japan in July, which I'm super happy about. And apparently there's two more Metal Max games in the works, so this series is very much alive, which I'm happy about, because this was a game that I was really surprised by, and I loved it so much. So hopefully you guys try this out. It's pretty bare bones, but like still it's so cool driving around the desert and killing monsters and stuff. So yeah. Okay, almost done. Two more games. Judgment, really great game. Maybe still disappointed by this game a little bit. This is probably the game that's the most alike to Shenmue, kinda. But still, Judgment from the Yakuza series, of course, really amazing. Still disappointed by it, like I said, but the story is really good. It's very different from the Yakuza games. You're a detective, basically. Former lawyer that shit happens to you, and you have to be like a private investigator, and instead really awesome gameplay. Story is really good. The graphics is amazing. Just wacky, you know, just like the Yakuza games are as normal. So if you haven't played it, you should. It's probably pretty cheap by now. And the last game, which I'm sure that if you know me, pretty sure I know what game it is. My third favorite game of this generation and one of the most important games ever. Obviously talking about the original Final Fantasy VII, even though the Final Fantasy VII remake it's as good as it could possibly be, honestly. It looks amazing. The gameplay is the best it's ever been, even though it's a action RPG basically. I have the deluxe edition, you know, notes and stuff. Steelbook, art book, soundtrack. But yeah, it feels like everyone and your mom, as they say, basically have played this by now. So eventually, yeah, I'm waiting for the second part. Got the platinum for this one. Loved it, did everything you could possibly do in this game. Enjoyed every second of it except some smaller, minor parts. Didn't really care about the doors looked like shit because the scenery, the characters, the views, you know, the buildings, everything looks fucking amazing. So I don't know what else to say. This game is just almost perfect to me in so many ways, and the nostalgia when I went through it and all the seeing the characters with voice acting now, like the graphics and the story, that's so nostalgic to me, even though they changed some things, smaller things, and you know, the bosses were amazing, they looked amazing, like big spectacle. The summons you had were cool when they helped you fight and stuff. So yeah, this game is like a 9.5, close to a 10, because it's just exactly what I wanted and even more, which is insane because I never thought I would get this game released. So who knows how many years it's gonna take now before the next part comes out, and we don't even know how many parts there are gonna be, but super looking forward to it, and probably gonna replay this again, even though I already beat it twice on. I played it on classic first, and then I played it on hard. Fantastic, fantastic game and experience. So I don't have enough words in the book to say about it. And then we also have Shenmue 3, which I beat recently and thought it was really, really good. Fun story, everything's great. It's basically like the old Shenmue. It has that Dreamcast game feel, which a lot of people don't like because, you know, they're stupid and they always want the fancy fucking graphics, you know, AAA graphics, which is, I don't know, people are like that, I guess. But I still recommend Shenmue 3. Really good, fun game, and doesn't take too long to beat either. You know, it's really like the original Shenmue games. If you have played the second and the first one, you should not have any problem playing this game either. So yeah, anyway, that's the end of this video. Actually, my camera didn't freeze this time, which is great, and the video is almost 40 minutes, which is also awesome. And I have more videos in the works, so I might upload some more videos soon again. I have some ideas and stuff, so this might not be the last time you see on me, you know. Haven't made a video in 8 months, and then you get 2 videos in 3 days, so kind of like Pete Dorr does. He makes 4 videos a year maybe, even though he doesn't streams on Twitch every day almost. Over 300 days a year at least, so not the same because I don't stream on there. But either way, I hope you liked this video. I'm sure I'll be getting more games. There's a couple more ones that I've bought, and there's for sure more games I'm going to be buying eventually, you know, new games, maybe older games. So yeah, but this was fun. I really felt like doing this. There might be a similar video to this with my movie collection eventually. I'm kind of looking through the games through the movies right now, so to see what I'm gonna keep and stuff. So when I'm done with that, however long that's gonna take, then, you know, I might do a video collection as well, movie collection I mean. So anyway guys, take care and see you later.